in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And for Sacramento, we've got Zach LaVine, Russell Westbrook out there with Dennis Schroeder. Then it's DeMar DeRozan, and it's Sabonis in at the 5, roaming the paint. And due to some injuries, we're not seeing these teams at full strength, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., some adjustments have been made. And, you know, if the players stepping in can be effective enough, they might just earn an increased role on their team moving forward.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Minot. It's hauled in by DeMar DeRozan. Here's LaVine. It's tipped. White against Westbrook. Pritchard with it. Shoots over LaVine. Pritchard, no good.
How did he break that one? He smoked it. Everything was set up for that to be an easy basket.
B.A., the one-hand dunk just looks so fluid.
Yeah, absolutely. Even smooth when he's powering it home like that. Here's Keita. And here's Pritchard. Shoots over Schroeder. Pritchard gets it to go.
And hitting from the mid-range here and early. I mean, really gives the defense just another thing to worry about.
And you don't see many teams take these shots as often anymore. It's nice to see them take advantage in this area.
Kept alive. Sabonis. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
Great read there from Sabonis, timing that rebound just perfectly.
And Grant, the son of Hall of Famer Arvydas Sabonis. How much do you think Domas modeled his game after his dad?
Well, B.A., I played against his dad. Arvydas was 5 inches taller, but the elite skill set shared in common. No doubt, Domas took a lot of pointers from his father.
And Sabonis, no good on that one. When you think of versatile bigs, Domantas Sabonis comes to mind pretty quickly, RJ.
He's at the top of the list in that regard. Capable of scoring on all 3 levels while also hitting the boards hard. And his passing, well, that's what makes him special.
The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
Now here's Schroeder. DeRozan outside. White against Westbrook. Clock at 6. Over White. That one's wide left. For Boston, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. Oh, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
He finds a shooter in motion and is confident he can thread him with the lead pass. Well done.
Pass to Sabonis. Pritchard surviving the D. Outside, Brown. Tips it up. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Great anticipation on the tip-in. He was ready to make that play.
Schroeder passes to LaVine. Pass to Westbrook. 6 to shoot. Pritchard with a steal. In transition, here they come.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Last season, Richard, the Kings traded away De'Aaron Fox after 7 years with the organization.
And remember, they chose to trade Tyrese Halliburton in an attempt to build around Fox. And now they're both gone. Sacramento is right back at square one.
First one falls for him. The floor is space for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
Look at who's out there now for Sacramento. Eubanks, he's checked in for Sabonis. Saric comes in for LaVine. Malik Monk's checked in for Russell Westbrook. And Ellis is subbed in for Schroeder. White hits them both. And Grant, after last season, a new front office taking over in Sacramento, trying to get them back in the playoffs.
Yeah, and after ending their record-breaking postseason drought in 2023, the last 2 years have seen the Kings again outside the playoffs. They're restless to get back there in the mix.
Isn't it beautiful watching DeRozan just work through contact? He loves overcoming these kind of moments.
Tillman in the post. Eubanks is there.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Just 5 on the clock. And it's Simons missing.
Clean look from mid-range. Coach will probably want to run that play again.
Monk against White. And the basket by Monk.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. He was really talking up Derek White, especially the job he does defensively. Coach said, for my money, Derek is the best defensive guard in the NBA. He's long, he anticipates actions, and he can protect the rim. I can't think of another guard who does what White does. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's White. Sacramento getting their last shot to go. Outside for Boucher. Boston needs to get off a shot here. Hauser can't get it to go. The Kings trailing. DeRozan down low. Defended by Hauser. Shots good by Saric.
Making the most of that possession. Unwilling to give up on the play.
Hauser outside. Fires the three. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
To the middle. Here's DeRozan. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And that's now 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Goes in there with no doubt. DeRozan, fearless.
Simons passes to Tillman. You know, for a team that's had deep playoff runs almost every year recently, the Celtics fell short last season.
Well, injuries and other factors played into that. But there's so much parity in the NBA right now. There is no team invincible come playoff time.
That one misses. And Grant, the Achilles tear for Jason Tatum, derailing the Celtics' attempt to defend their 2024 title.
Yeah, so hard to overcome losing your best player. Thankfully, this team has the depth to remain competitive in his absence.
Carter, he's checked in for DeMar DeRozan. And no good on the second free throw, so 0 for 2 there. Carter on the wing. He's guarded by White. Pass to Monk. Goes up from the top of the key. And it's Tillman with a rebound. The Celtics have gotten 5 of 11 shots to go. White against Carter. White can't hit.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
Carter from outside. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
And just nails the three. Way to close the quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Sacramento on top. Up. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And what do you think about the Kings here, guys?
But what I love is the tremendous belief in their bench. They were looking for points and their reserves delivered.
Sometimes you just need a change of pace. The bench delivered that.
Dario Saric is out there with Zach LaVine. Then it's Domantas Sabonis. Then it's Malik Monk. And it's Carter in at the point guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. The Kings leading. Here's Monk. Gets it to go. That makes him 2 for 3 in this game.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
Simons outside. Count it. And that shot gets him in the books. He's 1 for 3.
Digging deep, Simons to the hole himself.
Levine feeling it out a bit. Pass to Monk. The 11-footer. Another one falls for Sacramento. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. To the inside, Queta. And another shot, and he lays it up and in.
He got in excellent position, then takes it right back up.
Pass to Sabonis. And that one hits the back iron. The Celtics have gotten 2 of 5 shots. Oh, yes!
Whoa.
Throw it down!
Oh! I mean, he's just so electric. Simons putting on a show.
And so it's Carter who brings up the ball for Sacramento. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, with teams seeking switchable defenders, there's a specific player type that could be losing value, those smaller scoring-minded combo guards. You think of the Cole Anthony, Colin Sexton, Jordan Clarksons of the world, perhaps not as sought after as before with teams looking for positional size and versatility.
They'll be challenged for certain. All right, Shams, thanks for the report. Out of bounds, Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession, and Sacramento with some changes. DeMar DeRozan's checked in for Šarić. Westbrook comes in for Monk, and it's Schroeder in for Carter. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thanks a lot, guys. Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Guys, back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
What determination from Levine, finding his finish despite the contact.
Nice ball movement by Boston. Brown passes to Simons. Lets it go from deep. Zach LaVine clears it away.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
No doubt, Anthony Simons has shown he can be a 20-point per game scorer in this league.
Yeah, the shooting is great. He's a natural at finding his shot, but he'll be targeted at the other end. That's where he's got to improve.
And first time out of the game called for Boston. Well, I'm wondering, RJ, do you think we'll see a Zach LaVine highlight dunk tonight?
Yeah, B.A., most nights we normally do. Something else also, I've come to expect shooting sprees from Zach. This man can rattle off 3 and 4 in a quarter like it's nothing.
And Boston with some changes. Tillman comes in for Queta. And it's Hauser in for Minot. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. 6 on the shot clock. From 20 feet. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Sacramento leading by 4. Here's DeRozan. Oh, DeRozan sinks it through contact.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Here's Simons. It's rebounded by Sabonis.
It's clear he's totally out of sync. The team needs to rethink his strategy around what to do with him.
Here's DeRozan. Oh, DeRozan hits it anyway.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Brown with it, and Sabonis picks him up defensively. And here's Simons outside. And it's Sacramento with the rebound. DeRozan left side. DeRozan gets inside and scores.
Ooh, and when DeMar DeRozan is cooking with grease, he is borderline unstoppable. And he's feeling it right now.
And the Celtics call time here.
There's just a lot of wide open lanes to the rim here. That'll drive your coach nuts.
Yeah, we can see over here. The coach, he has some choice words for his team. Words we cannot repeat.
And Sacramento making a change here. Eubanks is checked in. Boucher's checked in for Boston. Derek White comes in for Pritchard. Tillman passes to Hauser. Here's White. Oh, through contact. White gets the finish.
Any possession that ends with him finishing at the rim is ideal.
Here's Westbrook. And the shot's good. And the Kings lead by 10.
He's got moves in close. There's a reason Westbrook likes to get in there.
On the wing, Simons. Beyond the arc. Fires in the triple. Simons has got 7 points.
He's the last guy you want to leave alone on the perimeter.
White against Westbrook. And here's Schroeder outside. And it's Tillman with a rebound. Celtics trail by 7. Down low. Here's White. Inside. White gets it to go.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
Here's DeRozan. He gets it. He's 7 for 8 and really going at him out there.
Tough for a guard to hang in the paint like that, but not DeRozan.
Simons against Schroeder. Pass to White. Shoots over Westbrook. Misses the jumper. What a performance for DeMar DeRozan. He's been the story for Sacramento. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be.
26.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 14 points and 1 rebound. It was a return to form for him tonight after struggling in their last out. Big fella, what's your take on Sacramento so far?
They're going to work in the paint. Doing a great job. Good portion of their offense is generated inside. Really outperformed their opponent in that aspect. I expect the defense to pack it in a little more in the second half and try to force those guys to stay outside.
And over to Kenny. What did you think about Boston?
Well, the best way that they can get back into this game is to show up their rebound. They need to prevent second.
And it's just about